Good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? My name is Jonathan. Welcome to the channel. And today is the update on the COVID-19. So we're here, we're all here. I'm here to actually find out how everybody's doing in these struggling times right now. Obviously, I myself and possibly even many others here in New York City are out of work, or some are just working from home. Teachers, I gotta give a big shout out to all the teachers of the Board of Education and Department of Education. You guys are awesome. You guys are still, sticking with it. You're still doing your remote learning with all your students. You're all engaging each other online on conference calls and such. That's great. Oh, the sun is down. Hold on. I'm gonna put some light in here. Just give me one second. Oh, let's do. Okay, let's do that. There we go. All right, there we go. That's it. So, how is everybody doing today? I also want to give a big shout out to the city workers, the MTA, the we got the hospitals, we got the paramedics, we got the NYPD. You guys are awesome. You guys are, doing your thing. The NYPD's doing as much as they can to protect the city from crime and keeping people away and having them practice social distancing. That's awesome. Right now, it is now I believe March 2nd. I almost lost. I thought it was March 1st. I mean, not March. April. Sorry, I'm still stuck in March, guys. Wow. This is April 2nd, 2020. Still today, I've heard and saw the press conference with our governor, Governor Cuomo, and his brother, fortunately, his younger brother, Chris Cuomo, has come down with coronavirus as well, as tested positive. I was able to see, he was able to even speak at the press conference. Let me actually take off my glasses because I can see a lot of blue light coming off of there. There you go. Now you guys don't see that little reflection of my screen. That's a little annoying. Can't see my eyes. Lawnmower, what's going on? Jason Reynolds, White Oak Light, KGJ, Conan Man. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. So, our governor, Andrew Cuomo, did another press conference update about the coronavirus here in New York City. And he also shared a live video feed with his younger brother, Chris Cuomo, who has also been diagnosed and tested positive for coronavirus. He looks pretty well. But during it was a little bit of a funny conversation because they were kind of going back and forth, joking with each other, and it was really funny. It actually put a smile on my face, and I hope it did to all you guys, all those, all you New Yorkers out there, possibly who live here watching this live stream. I hope it really put a smile on your face to see that, that kind of brotherly love they had. It was really awesome. He's a good governor, and I like Chris Cuomo. I like his show, Cuomo Primetime. It was an awesome show. I actually sent him an email, I believe through one of his websites. Um, wishing him well. Hope he fights through this, and and if he's watching as well, I don't know if he probably doesn't have the time to, but to Chris Cuomo, I wish you well. You're a fighter, just like your old man, and just like your brother. You Cuomo's a fight like no other. So take care, and we wish you all the best. Okay, and stay safe and just relax, man. Don't try to work too hard. Just relax. It's time that you relax and let this coronavirus run its course, and hopefully you recover sooner rather than later. So let's see what we got. We got Jason Reynolds here. Lawnmowers here. Lawnmower says, "Not. I'm working from home, driving me nuts." Whoa. Well, you got to, here's the thing. I found ways here at home to keep myself occupied. Whether if I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm on my PlayStation 4. I play a little. I'm a gaming guy too. I play a little bit online with some of my friends. One of my friends actually he watches my channel. He goes by the name of Teal Vision. We know each other since high school, so we still keep in touch. I've done little small projects here and there around the apartment, and I just finished filming a an instructional video on the that I'm gonna be posting soon. I'm still in the works of editing it right now. I'm actually almost done editing. It's a pretty quick edit. So I should be done by tomorrow, and it'll be posted Tuesday. So guys, get ready Tuesday. I know Tuesday usually I do my tool review Tuesdays, but I figure, maybe this could substitute in a way that I can just, make my next tool review Tuesday for the following week. Um, in the meantime, my status here for employment is still down. I'm not working at the moment. I haven't collected unemployment as yet, due to the fact that here in New York City, the in order to file a claim for unemployment, they have to go by your last name. So since my last name starts with the letter R, I have to wait till Wednesday. Now, yesterday I couldn't file for unemployment. I had some issues, and when I resolved it, it turns out that I'm getting paid tomorrow. Um, the deal is that if you make, I believe it's after tax, after gross tax, if you make 504 from the week before or during between the dates of March 31st to April 5th, you cannot file for unemployment at this date due to the fact that you made that money. So since I've worked last week, I get this tomorrow's paycheck is last week's work week. So I have to wait till next Wednesday, the coming Wednesday, to file for unemployment. So that's it's okay. Construction cronies, what's up, buddy? How you doing? But bro, dab it up, bro. No, it's the 15 phone calls, 2 online meetings, trying to write processes and scheduling a lot of stuff. Bro, lawnmower, yo, you are a busy bee, man. Busy bee at home too. Listen, good luck with that. And just stay, like you said, you guys gotta practice safe social distancing. Remember 6 feet, 6 feet or more. Depends on where you are or where you'll be. Um, I saw that press conference with Justin Trudeau, man. It's getting crazy. It's starting to sound crazy over there, bro. But I'm glad you're good, Chris Conkle. Yeah, I'm glad you're good, construction cronies. You're doing well, man. And stay indoors, stay healthy, bro. I can only imagine how crazy it is over there. Here in New York, bro, it's just empty streets in the city. I've been watching like the Today Show here in New York, and they show images of the city, and there's like empty streets on 42nd and Rockefeller Center. It's just empty. The only people you see out there are either the homeless or cops. Pretty much it. Um, the social distancing is actually helping me avoid a psychotic red. Wow, that's nuts. Well, listen, man. Try to keep yourself a little occupied, man. Try to figure out some things that you like doing. Some hobbies that won't get you like all stir crazy. Keep you a little busy. Keep you sane throughout this entire ordeal. Construction Crony says it's getting crazy here. Yeah, we've been distancing for a few weeks now. We are all healthy and doing well. That's great to hear, Construction Cronies. That is awesome, bro. I'm glad and stay and keep it up, bro. We all gotta like band together. No matter if you're from the US, you're from like Italy, China, Canada, the UK, we all gotta like, so in a way, socially and you know, and in social media, we should also, unify with one another and get together and keep in constant communication, because communication is key. I just recently broke my phone, so now I'm using Facebook Messenger, going live with my fiance, my dad, a few of my family members. Because now tomorrow, once I get paid tomorrow, I'll go get a new phone. I'm gonna have to phone cracked. I could actually show you guys. There it is. Because I have hard floors, so yeah, yeah. So that's gone. That's gone. But I have my laptop, so I'm able to still communicate with people, and it's a good thing. Um, in other news, what do we got? Also, things here to keep you guys updated. Things here in New York City. I live in Staten Island, so Staten Island here is not as string. What's that word I'm saying? Stringent, if I'm saying that right. In Manhattan. Um, in Brooklyn, I'm hearing in Brooklyn and in parts of Queens, supermarkets are, there's few people being bought in, a few at a time. They have cops in the supermarket making sure nobody's less than 6 feet away from each other. They're making sure everybody's practicing social distancing while shopping. Here in Staten Island, of course, people here in Staten Island, they're aware of the situation. They're keeping their distance. Um, the supermarkets by me, I live between two supermarkets. I live between a Stop and Shop and a ShopRite, so I have options. But most of the time, I'm usually, if there's nothing, usually there's toilet paper and stuff like that is it's scarce now. And usually what I do is I go to the nearby 7-Eleven and pick up my toilet paper if I need. If I need, and I don't use that much toilet paper. I'm by myself. I haven't, usually my fiance's here, but she's at her mother's house in Brooklyn, so I haven't seen my fiance in well over now 3 weeks. It's going to be going to a month real soon. Um, but we communicate. I actually spoke to her online last night. She's doing well. She's staying with her mother and her brother. They're all doing great. Thank goodness for that. And we're just both praying and hoping that this really blows over sooner rather than later than expected. Um, so let's look at the comments here. What do I got? Lawnmower says there's a video on YouTube, 4K drone trip over Dallas on the first Friday. It's showing the streets of Dallas empty. Wow. Yeah, it's funny. I saw a video like that. I think you're right. That's probably the video I saw yesterday. I was actually watching a couple of videos, and I saw there was one in Dallas that was really empty. Like you got the space the football stadium where the Cowboys play. That was around there. It was totally empty. Um, Not a lot of vehicles. Mostly just see like first responders around, but not that many. Um, Construction says, yes, my wife and I are doing well dealing with it. The kids are doing good, and I have been going live almost every day, so that's keeping me sane. That's awesome, dude. And I know you have, and I appreciate that. I gotta catch up, man, because I've been kind of stuck on like doing some. I'm writing down stuff. I'm trying to get some material ready for like future videos. I'm also trying to keep up with my studies on the with Mike Holt's grounding versus bonding, because I'm nowhere near done with that book. That book is amazing, by the way. Um, so I'm just going through the testing parts of the book right now. So I'm keeping myself busy still. I'm still keeping myself busy. And if you're a tradesman, and if you're, for instance, like myself as an electrician, or maybe you're a carpenter, or you want to try, you're an apprentice and you want to study on your trade using books and videos and stuff. I take this opportunity to do that now. If you're not working, or if you're collecting unemployment, do that now. Educate yourself, so when things start opening up, when things start getting better, and you start going back to work, you have the knowledge here now to apply it to the job, and you'll be a lot smarter and a lot quicker than others. um let's see what we have here. Lawnmower says, okay, we read that part. John, want to do a show together this weekend? Yeah, I love that, Construction Crows. Definitely, dude. We should definitely do a show. Definitely this weekend. Yeah, just name the date, bro. I'm in. I'll be in for it, bro. Definitely, definitely. Thank God for running water. Yeah, we still got running water. That's a good thing, and we got hot water too. Um, Here in the state, in over here, Con Edison here in New York City, we got the announcement a couple weeks ago that they stopped reading meters. So um I mean, I just paid my recent bill. I owe around like $100 more on a previous bill that supposedly I was like about a week late because of payments. I just missed that one. That's actually my first bill I'm actually been behind on. So the first time I've ever been behind on a bill like that before. But hey, $100 is nothing. I can put it right through. They even froze all interest on student loans here, which was amazing because I'm one of those. I'm one of the ones that paying student loans, and they took off interest. They froze that, but I'm still making payments. It's not bad because I could pay straight up, um, which is amazing. That helps a lot. And what else have they? They also done the 90-day. I believe it's a 90-day for renters, that within the 90 days that we have, We don't have to pay rent, or if we can't pay rent due to financial issues because of the COVID-19, we have the 90 days here, that the landlords can't evict people within the 90 days if they can't pay rent. That helps a little bit more for people who pay rent, even for myself, but I'm able to. But at this point, I gotta see and hope and pray I get this unemployment and whatever I'm getting from the government, because they did sign a bill about a rescue package bill or some kind, that we get an additional amount of cash or something like that through direct deposit and through from unemployment, whatever. So I'm not sure how much I'll get until I apply next Wednesday, and then after that day, I have to wait, I think, about another 2 weeks until it starts to go through. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle because a lot of people are signing for unemployment right now here in New York and elsewhere in the states, and the unemployment office, it's been crazy for me yesterday trying to apply and finding out that I can't because I'm already getting paid for last week's work that I did. And um it sucks because now if I start claiming, I have to call, and but their offices are jam packed with phone calls. I mean, like, their phone lines are so busy to the point where it'll just automatically hang up. So I can only imagine, like, even myself going through that frustration trying to contact them, and then other people trying to do it. I can only imagine how many people are having such a hard time getting through the Department of Labor and for unemployment insurance. So hopefully, things will die down. Now, those of you who are having problems here in New York City, if you're living in the New York City area, I would recommend, and I was told by this by my fiance, who a friend had told her about, that around 3 p.m., between, I think, the hours of 3 p.m. and 3:30 is when the phone calls start to die down. So those of you who will wait for that, you can take an opportunity to try to call between that time to see if you can get some luck in reaching out to somebody in the Department of Labor, the DOL offices for unemployment. So um, check that out and see if you catch your luck then. Let's see what else we got. Teal Vision's here. Well, I was just talking about you, Teal, earlier. Construction Red, right on, man. You work on you. I know the zone, baby. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, Construction 8 What's good? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday is good. Saturday's perfect, Construction Cronies. It's awesome. Watching my kid here with better quality video. I'm so proud. Well, here's the thing. I'm using the laptop webcam, not the my camcorder. Usually I use my camcorder to do online because it gives better picture, but now lately it hasn't been doing that, and I've been having some issues. And the reason why you're getting better quality now is because I actually disconnected my Ethernet cable from my DVR from my security system, because I usually, since I don't have my phone now and I can't see from my phone, I disconnected it, but it's still constantly recording 24/7. So, um, you know, I have an app for my surveillance cameras and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But it's only for now. So that's why I'm getting better quality now on the live stream. Let's see who else we got here. Watch my kid. I'm not your kid, dude. He wants to. Teal Vision likes to claim I'm his son in some way. I don't know, but he's my boy. He's hilarious. I'm so proud. Saturday night, 9 p.m. your time. Definitely, dude. I'll be up then. Definitely, I'm up. I'll actually write it down as a reminder on my calendar. So we'll definitely do that. Where's my sandwich? Says Kona Man Studios. Kona, bro, if you want a sandwich, you gotta come over here and make it, bro. I don't know how you like it. How's it going, Chris? Bro, something else is eating up your net pool. Yeah, it's actually been my DVR from my surveillance cameras. It has to be hardwired. It's not wireless, so it has to be hardwired to my router to to give a signal out to my app on my phone, so that way I can see who's coming and going, or who's delivering packages and stuff like that from my surveillance camera. So I disconnected it. That's why now because that was the issue, because I figured it out. I was like, oh wait, that's why it's constantly running and collecting data, downloading and uploading, and yeah. So now I get a little bit of a better stream now. Kona Man, beers, fist, and hanging loose. Beef sandwiches Saturday night, 7 p.m. Mountains, mountains, p.m. Eastern. You know what? You know what? Construction grows. I'll probably do that too Saturday. I'll make like I'll make a pastrami cheese sandwich, and we'll just like chat it up, eat, and have like like drink and stuff. It'll be hilarious. It'll be pretty cool. All you gotta do now is up the resolution. I'm using what I'm doing right now is using well, let's see, I think I can, but not while I'm live streaming because I'm using the YouTube um webcam feature. Um I can't do it now. What I have to do is I have to end the stream and then adjust it and do another stream again, which I really don't want to. I'll figure it out later on, or I can probably let me see. Oh, here we go. We have, let's see here. I want to manage it right now. Let's see if I can do it from this point from the Google. No, it's not. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. We got sound, automatic downloads. Holy crap. We got a whole list of things here. Whole list of USB devices, zoom levels. No, I don't really. Let me see. Show all images. Nah, it doesn't really give you that much of, much of that good of settings and stuff. It's a little whack. But yeah, I'll see. Actually, I have it on my settings here. Let me just double check. Devices, personalization, background, lock screen colors, counts, apps uninstall, finished, systems, sound notification, power, and we have focus assist, share experiences, clipboard. I don't see it here. Oh, actually, I can do it from here. You're right. 1280. And right now is at recommended 1920 by 1080 recommended. So that it is what it is. Scale low down 50%. Okay. Let's see if I keep it at 100 for now. Landscape portrait. It doesn't really show here. Graphics and settings. Nope. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm gonna have to look into more in my laptop. I don't usually. I usually use my laptop every day, but I don't usually go through all the settings because it's all preset, and I try not to mess with it because if I mess with it, then I gotta go back and figure out what it was that I messed with, and it's a pain in the butt. Let's read up construction cronies. This sounds good, John. Everyone in the chat will get a beef sandwich. Yeah, we'll pull an Oprah. You get a beef sandwich. You get a beef sandwich. You get a beef sandwich. Everybody gets a beef sandwich. Hi, guy John. You know the SDS hammer drill Home Depot selling for $399. I got 100. I got $130 off fuel grinder and a 12-volt hammer drill vacuum. Nice, bro. That's a sweet deal. That's sweet. Gosh, if I was only in your shoes, I'm so jealous. Video coming, y'all better watch. Oh, definitely, man. You better. And if you guys don't know who Conan Man Studio is, he does some pretty cool videos too on tool reviews of his own. So check out Conan Man Studios on YouTube. Chris, when's your next video or live chat? He should be having one probably tomorrow. Is that right, Chris? I think you're probably having one tomorrow. So, if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing my heated jacket and it's cold in my apartment. It's really cold and it's windy out today. So we get the windy wind chill, and it's just always cold because I'm in the lower level of this house, so it's the air is more cold and a little bit dense. So, and I got electric heat. I don't like to use my electric heat because it just eats up the power so much. I got actually a nice little toy. I don't know. It's the lighting as I go closer and move around. The lighting gets darker and brighter. I have a little a light here. It's not my HP light, but it's a different light. I'll probably feature it in next month. I want to keep you guys in a little bit of a suspense. Oh, I just realized something. I left my electrical panel door open right behind me. Crap. Okay. There's a reason for that. I was actually working on something. I was kind of doing a little estimation project here in the house where I was going to run a dedicated circuit for my surveillance camera system because it's sharing off an outlet with a surge protection tap that's also connected with the microwave and my DVR and the cameras, the power for the cameras and stuff like that. So I'm trying to isolate that. I built out a shelf, well, semi built out. I put brackets up on the wall for a shelf I'm going to be building possibly this weekend. And right now, I only got the brackets up. So I just need the actual piece of wood shelf. When it's gonna be a bit of a project. I might actually just record it. I got to take down the brackets. It was just only to kind of test out the waters and see where they were gonna, how they'll look on the wall. But they look very, very much not too good. I mean, it looks good on the wall, but the texture and everything looks very rough and dirty. And I'm gonna take down the brackets and sand them down, and gonna put some lacquer and you know or stain it. Actually, I'm gonna put stain the wood, especially the shelf. So I'm doing a little bit of carpentry here at home, just kind of keep myself busy. And I've been trying to plan out how I'm going to put that DVR, because right now DVR is sitting on a shoebox on top of, and on top of the shoe, it's sitting on top of a shoebox, and below the shoebox, it's sitting on top of the microwave. So I have a shoebox sitting on top of the microwave and DVR sitting on top of the shoebox to sort of like isolate them from each other, so it doesn't get much interference, because it was getting some interference before whenever my fiance turned on the microwave, and the recording issue would have a little issue. It'll have some issues, like resolution issues. So I had to separate it that way. So I decided finally to, let me get together and put up a shelf for it. And I got to run it into a dedicated line for a quad outlet, for two outlets, or quad. If you put them together, there's four receptacles, so which is called a quad. And just I basically got most of the material for that. I just need the wire and cover plate. Everything else, I got my all tools here. I'm just gonna be running it across the ceiling. You see my electrical panel right here. I'm pointing my thumb at. I'm gonna run it across the ceiling to the outlet. Done. Patch up everything. I gotta get the compound, all that stuff. The paint as well. So I gotta get matching paint to make sure that I don't leave anything damaged, because I am renting. I don't want to leave stuff damaged and broken and what have you. But let's go back to the chat here. It says Cone Man, Klein guy, okay, we read that. Video coming y'all later. Chris, when's your next video? Cone Man says, John, last 2 days down here were nice and cool. It was like hot as everything. I'm happy it's cool now. That's great. That's good. I mean, you cool down once in a while. So coffee's getting a little cold. Best friend of you. I don't like cold coffee. I don't know. I'm so used to hot coffee. So what else is going on, guys? Any projects you guys are working on? Anything you guys are, maybe any questions? Oh, by the way, if you want my attention, I know I am reading all all the comments you guys are leaving on the chat, all the what you guys are saying. But if you want my attention, best to type down at Klein Guy John like this, and my name will be highlighted in orange, so that way I can see who's trying to, but type it as this, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to read your comment or read your chat here on the chat list. Tovich says, took my electric and gas meter readings today. Bill's gonna come out way cheaper, this bill. Yeah, bro, it is. They haven't done any readings here though. They stopped Con Ed from coming out here doing our readings. So right now, as of right now, mostly Con Ed, the guys down here for Con Ed are only just doing repair work in infrastructure. So I'm hearing that they're on standby. So Not sure when until they'll start reading meters. I'm supposed to get like a notification in the mail, but I haven't got any notifications in the mail lately. Um, what else has been going on lately now? Let's see. Yeah, so I have some content coming up. Like I said, I finished filming today actually. Earlier this morning, I finished filming today for an instructional video that I'm going to be posting soon. It's going to come out Tuesday, guys, so I'm still in the editing process. Um, After that, I'm gonna be doing some hand tools because I know some of you guys been asking through Instagram and on my channel. Oh, when are you gonna do some Klein tool hand tools? You don't do many of them. I've done a few, but I'm gonna start doing a lot more. But it's gonna be basically the tools that I use in the field. All right, and then after that, there's gonna be possibly 2 videos of Klein tool videos. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the entire. I'm gonna do a video. Sorry, of my pack out. All right. Now I know there's new pack outs out there. They have the new little pack out toolbox that's out right now. It looks really nice, by the way. Really, really cool. I like how they designed it with the organizations and stuff. The dividers with the organizers and stuff like that inside with a tray. They have now well, this came out a couple months back, but the pack out milk crate. I have my eye on that milk crate for a while because I've needed something that I can actually put in like material and tools I can carry it around with me on the job site, so I don't have to keep going back and forth to like the shanty or my gang box and whatever to get material. I do have the dolly. I did the dolly already. If those of you who haven't seen the tool review or the tool unboxing, I will do a tool review update on the pack out dolly because I haven't done that in a while. It's been since last summer. I haven't done a tool review video yet on the pack out dolly. Now, if you guys want to see the unboxing of the pack out dolly, it's going to be in this link right here. Okay. So but that's later on after this video once it processes and I got to do the editing and everything on this live stream video. So you can click on that and or you can go to my playlist of tool review um videos and you'll see it's the unboxing of the pack out dolly. You can watch that, tell me what you think, leave a comment. um let's see here. Last month was 340 kilowatt an hour and 82 therms versus this reading 100 to. Whoa, dude, that's awesome. Oh, you're gonna have a nice little cheap bill there. Sweet. Not bad, bro. Not bad. I'm hoping my bill because I haven't turned on much of the heat. I've only turned my little heater on, which only takes about 12 amps, and that's not really that much. I have nothing but LED lights in my apartment, so I don't use incandescent or fluorescent bulbs. I use LEDs because they save a lot on the bill. They don't pull that much wattage. What else? I don't use my ceiling fan or my electric heat. My electric heat eats. Oh my god, dude! It's like the electric heat here is about. I think what was the wattage on it? I believe it was around. It was around 700 watts. 700. No, I'm sorry. I think it was 1200 watts. One of them is 1200. I believe the one in my hallway, that's on a dedicated line. That's by itself. That one is 700 watts. The one that's around my room, I believe that one I read was 12, somewhere between 1200 or 1400 watts. I mean, I would leave it on for like 10 minutes and the sucker will just eat up so much. It'll pull so much current, and it was just ridiculous. I said, shut it down. Um, so I'm more used to like gas heat. You know, it's just better, just way better. Let's see who we got here. Conan Man says, "Klein guy, you should bake in your oven, not the heat from it. You're while you're cooking." Well, whenever when I cook, yeah, I cook. While I'm cooking the stove or I'm baking some bread and stuff like that, and the apartment starts to get hot or warm, and that's the only time whenever like it gets warm is when I'm cooking. But I am layered up. I wear my jacket because now I got to do laundry real soon. Because I don't have no more sweaters, so I'm using my heated jacket to keep me warm. And it's doing a good job though. So you know, my hands aren't feeling as cold because they were freezing. So I'll put it in my pockets if I do feel cold. But due to the jacket, the jacket's producing more. It produces the heat on my body, and helps my blood circulation go around. So that's why my hands are a little warm, and not my pockets they're warm now because of the jacket. So it's pretty cool. What else? What else can we talk about today? What else is in the news? Well, let's see. Other than that, we did that. We talked about the videos. We talked about more content coming up. Um, oh, you guys also requests. I think one of you guys requested. I can't remember who it was. I gotta look back in my Instagram once I get my new phone. Somebody requested. I think it was you, Chris. No. Um, gosh, I'm thinking if it was Jason Reynolds or Jason Babila or one of you guys wanted to see me do a video on a tour review video on the Makita coffee maker. Um, that will be that is part of my scheduled content making. So the coffee maker will be part of the tool review Tuesday. That's going to be one of them. In fact, that might be my next video I'm going to be doing right after the one I'm actually producing right now that I'm in the middle of almost finished editing on, that you guys will see on Tuesday. And then next week, Tuesday, I will be doing the tool review of the Makita coffee maker. All right. So stay tuned for that because I know some of you guys were like, hey, coffee maker on the job site. Now, telling guy, when is your review on your Makita coffee maker coming out? I just said the week after. Uh, Tuesday coming up is the video that I'm in the process of finishing right now. It's gonna be an instructional video, and then during that week, I'm gonna be doing the video. I'm gonna be producing and filming for the coffee maker, which shouldn't take too long. That's gonna be for the following week. Tool review Tuesday, the TRT. All right. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Um, by the way, if you guys are like I said, if you want to catch my attention, type in at Klein Guy John. Also, catch Construction Cronies on YouTube. He does some awesome videos, like really cool videos, very informative videos about the construction trade, about what's going on, the technology that we're using, that we're slowly adapting to. He did one on drones. He did one on the exosuits for the construction field industry. Those that video was awesome, and that's like the future right there. So take a gander. If you haven't seen that video yet, you should take a gander at it. It's a pretty cool video. Um, Also, he also goes live streams. So check out Construction Cronies on his live streams. He has a lot of information he's been sharing with the community. Those of you who are in the trade, the construction trade, if you're a carpenter, you're a general contractor, electrician, or maybe you're a welder or a plumber, check it out. Check out his channel. He's got some good info there. Um, what have I just read that already. Conan Man Studio. Yeah, so that's gonna be coming out the following week. So that video would be on the 13th. Kona. Not 13th, I'm sorry. The 16th, April 16th, is the Makita tool review, Makita coffee maker tool review Tuesday. On the 7th, you guys will be seeing the instructional video that I'm be coming out with. It'll be scheduled for that date. You guys will be able to see it. If you're living in the East Coast, you'll see it around 11 a.m. If not, you might see it. You might see it a little sooner. In fact, you know what? I might actually push up the time because people who live in the West Coast, you guys are like almost 4 hours behind people from the East Coast. Us from the East Coast. So what I'll do is I will post it a little later I'll post it around. Actually, I'll post it around 4 o'clock around this, around this time. That way, my West Coast tradespeople can actually see what's going on. Because by then it should be around like maybe like around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys could sit down, chill, watch it. All right. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's gonna be out 4 p.m. Eastern. I would say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock West, West, and then or Central or something like that. I'm not good with time zones that well. All I know is that I think California guys on the East Coast are like 3 or 4 hours behind, and we're like 3 or 4 hours ahead or something like that. Um, Central, I think it's 2 hours if I'm not mistaken, and then actually, I'm sorry, Mountain is 2 hours, Central is an hour. Correct me if I'm wrong. And people who live in the Pacific coast, I think they're like 6 hours behind, 5 hours, like in Hawaii and stuff like that. I have a cousin who lives in Hawaii, and I think she's around maybe 5 to 6 hours behind people in the East Coast. So right now it would be about 11 a.m. over there. I think. I don't know. I may be off. My math may be off. 3:41 in Central. Okay. So okay, you guys are all right. All right, Central then I was right. Central's an hour behind. Okay. So I was right on that part, on the Central time. The Mountain time, I think it's 2 hours, and then West Coast I think it's 3 or 4 hours. Like I said, I'm not sure. I'm not very good. I don't have my phone. I mean, I can go online right now, but I don't want to kind of slow down the stream. I don't want to risk it. Um, but, my laptop's been acting funny. Let's see. Out 140. Oh, okay. So 3 or 4 hours. Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So I was close. I was close. Okay, 140 in Cali, and then Hawaii. What's Hawaii, Or is it like It should be like around like 11 o'clock over there, right? Like 11, maybe 10:30 ish, something like that. Because they're far, you know. Those of you who live like in Puerto Rico and Cuba, you may be an hour ahead. I would say Puerto Rico maybe the same, yeah, around hour, same time. It's April in Hawaii. Oh, okay. So it's April 1st in Hawaii right now. Is that what you're trying to say? 'Cause I don't think that. I gotta call my cousin, see what's up with what's the time zone over there. So yeah, yeah, you'll see that coming up soon. So around 4 o'clock, I'm going to post the new instructional video that I've been filming. You guys are probably gonna like it. Some of you may not. The video quality, I'm gonna warn you in ahead of time. The video quality is a little low. I try to do the best I can with the amount of bright light I have in my kitchen. So I was doing it in my kitchen actually, and I kind of I had to adjust a few things, and I have no idea about their time zone. Yeah, it's hard. I think they're about 5 or 6 hours behind people from the East Coast. So I would say around 11, maybe 10:30, 10:40 something. It should be like 11:40 something or 10:44 or whatever like that over there. What else? What else do I have in mind right now? So yeah, that's about it. So you guys stay tuned for that. Now, if you're new to the channel, you're new to this live stream, you're just a silent, you're a silent watcher. You don't want to chat. You just want to watch. You want to nod your head, drink your coffee, drink your beer, whatever. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Okay, do me that. Do me that one little favor. Just subscribe because you can get some awesome, pretty helpful content here on my channel that I would not always, but I would post whenever I can. Um, I also do events like trade shows if there is any, but as of right now trade shows are been pushed back. I was supposed to go to a trade show this in March, but since the whole coronavirus thing going on, they shut down. They postponed the trade show. It was supposed to be out in Queens here in New York, and I was supposed to go, but they shut it down. They canceled it until further notice. May next month, May. Hopefully, if things cool off, and I haven't heard anything about the New Jersey Electrical Trade Show that I went 2 years back. That was fun, and I went with a buddy of mine, and we checked it out. We had a lot of good stuff. Like, they were giving brochures, a lot of good material out there. They were giving out a lot of good source information for the electrical trade. The fire alarm equipment that they were coming out with back then. It was just amazing. The stuff was awesome. I'm gonna try to see if I can keep tabs with that, see what's going on with them, see if they're either postponing it, or they're postponing or rescheduling in a different month. I mean, a lot of trade shows here in the East Coast are being canceled or pushed back or rescheduled. So, or until like further notice. So, and that's it. My coffee's cold because I waited too long. Hey, I can't drink cold coffee. Whew, man, this jacket's warm. Oh, some of you guys were actually I remember, speaking of the jackets, some of you guys were actually asking like, "Oh, do a video of how long the 3.0 amp hour battery would last on an M12 jacket," which I have on me right now. That's an awesome idea, by the way. I will add that to my future content coming up. Stuff like that I can do and quickly edit and then post it during the week. So just be sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the bell notification for all notifications. Not just, if you personalize it, and you may or may not get, a video that I'll post, and then you'll be like, "Oh man, I'm behind. What happened? Did you really do?" I'll get that. So when you're tapping that bell notification, switch it to all notifications. Okay, so that way you get notified for live streams, events, walk like big box store walkthroughs, video content like my tour review Tuesdays, or my instructional videos and such. So you know make sure you tap the subscribe button, and you tap the bell notification as well. Also, if you like what you see, you like this, you like going checking out the live streams, smash the like buttons. We got, those like buttons will make a difference, guys. If you smash the like button, I got 5 likes here. I got 5 likes here, but 3 people watching. That's okay. Now the lighting here is a little on and off bright. I get it. You guys are probably like, "Oh, what the heck? Why are you like?" To me, I can see it's like going on and off depending on where I move. Blah blah blah. It is what it is. I mean, I could shut off my light and that won't happen. But let's see. It'll just be dark. Let's see. I don't know if you guys like that. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that'll help. That helps a little bit. Hey, Teal, if you're watching, buddy, what are you doing right now? All right, I'll dump this out. So, everything here, guys, just to say that, you know, um, from what I'm hearing also in the news media, there's a lot going on because of our president, what he's talking about, the things that he's saying. I see a lot of social media talking about what the president's been saying, guys, and about the COVID-19, what the negative and pretty much dumb things he's said, and how shocking it is that he's carrying himself on his behavior. Um, whether it's about I don't know, it's just a bunch of stuff, a bunch of like ridiculous upsetting things that I'm hearing, because usually when, you guys see like the press conferences with the president about the updates about COVID-19 and what's happening, what's going on. I mean, it's important. It's important things. It's stuff that people want to know what's going on. Like, what are the numbers? How long is this going to last, or when can we expect to have a date where people can go back to work, and when is it going to pass, and I watch it, and I'm gonna be and I look. I don't like to talk politics, but when I watch it, and this is important things, important stuff that we us Americans, citizens, civilians here should know is just when he talks on the podium and the way he carries himself, he sounds like a child. And it's upsetting the way he's saying things that are not true. And then there's some points where they are true, but he kind of brags in between the lines, like brags about oh how it's making him certain things are making him look good during these events and stuff. It's totally irrelevant what makes him look good and whatever. What we expect from our leader, our president, is that he needs to take charge and lead and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. We need people not to panic. We're doing everything we can." Instead of talking about, because I'm hearing a lot on the news and watching, like, Channel 4 News, CNN, and if you guys are well aware of the Young Turks, or uh, what else? The what's that other broadcasting company? Well, Fox News, of course. I don't watch Fox News because it's just ridiculous the stuff that they say on Fox, and it's a little upsetting. Um, you know, Now it's like, dude, like who cares about your popularity? About, oh, because of what's going on now, you want to talk about, oh, my are my numbers looking good or whatever, or oh, when he talks about hospitals struggling, he just brags about how he's doing so much for them. I'm like, but you turn around and you see that they're not doing that great. They're still asking for support, and I don't know, man. It's just upsetting seeing people, s- suffering and dying, and he's kind of not making. I don't know. I can't. It's just hard to describe. I mean, it's not really hard to describe. It's just it'll just be upsetting to talk about. But um, this is why we all need to sort of come. We all need to come together at this. And like I said earlier on in the stream, that we all have to keep in contact with one another, making sure everybody's doing okay. Just being there for each other, and making sure that we slow down the virus, the spread of things, and the things that our leader is saying is like, dude, we don't care about what, like, what you say, like how it looks, or what you think that might happen, or you think that this is going to go away, and you think this I mean, yeah, it will go away eventually, but it's not going to go away, right? Like, and he's talking about, like, going back to work on Easter, and it's not like it's not going to happen. And I don't think he's taking that to I mean, he still talks about it. He still mentions it once in a while in his meetings and in his conferences. It's a little too soon, you know, to talk about. So, Clyde guy, the only reason he wanted to over Easter, because he has a lot of sins he has to get washed away. That's a good one. I suspect that people just getting off house arrest are pretty upset right now. I mean, you know, look what happened to there was a report I heard that I can't remember which state it was. Dang it. I just had it in the tip of my tongue. But apparently their governor, I believe was it Iowa, or I can't really remember. And please correct me, guys. I don't know if it was Iowa or Tennessee or something like that. But he told, it wasn't a governor. It was a dean or something like that from a university. And he told his students, "Oh no, go back to school. Classes are open, blah blah blah." And sure enough, when they went back to classes, sure enough, someone came down with coronavirus, and then they had to close the school, send the students back home, or you know, to self quarantine and stuff. So that was a dumb decision. You can probably find that out on social media, on YouTube, or or whatever. I gotta look for that video again and see where I saw it at. Um, if I just type it down, anyways. But if you go back and watch that video, it's just kind of ridiculous why he would send those students at the university back to school and think and back to class and think that, oh, it's not going to affect us, it's where we'll tough it through. And then sure enough, someone came down with it, and then he had to send students back home. All the students went back home, and it was just a dumb maneuver. A lot of people I'm hearing that are not taking this seriously. We have other states some states who are not affected as yet, and they're not really not taking it that seriously. And I think they should. I mean, look what happened. New York City's the epicenter of this whole situation. So I think other states, if you're living outside of New York, in a different state that you haven't been affected, please, for me, my point, take it personally, take it for real, because it is spreading, and eventually it's going to go to your state. And they've been saying on the news, they've been saying it, the president. I mean, you don't hear it much from the president, but you hear it from our governor, you hear it from other governors from other states, Governor of California, Michigan, Florida. They're all saying it. They're all letting people know, like, look, it's spreading. So, and in Florida, I've heard that the governor is not really doing, like, letting people stay home. He wants people to work. I don't know if it's still going on now. Maybe I don't know if he changed his mind about it, because I haven't heard anything from Florida. I have family who live in Florida, so hoping that, obviously my aunt and a few of my cousins are staying home. They're not going to work, so it's spreading out there as well. Um, Now I haven't heard anything much about the inmates. Of course, there have been reports from last week or a week and a half ago about inmates going home or being released from jail, going to stay with their loved ones or wherever they have to go, or stay in a halfway house for the time being, because now it's, inmates are, like, such as here in New York, Rikers Island, 25 cases positive of, COVID-19, including staff members and um, inmates who are getting sick. So now they're releasing them to, slow the spread. And a lot of other people, like people out there here in New York City, are like a little skeptical about that. Like, oh, what if they go off and do crime? Well, I mean, they can try if they don't want to catch the virus, you know. But it's not a good idea, because then you still have cops in the area. But that's another thing. The cops are also getting infected by this. Over 100 or more cases of officers calling out, who have tested positive, and those who are calling out sick. So there's less police on the streets. I'm not sure what the update is on that. I'm gonna see what's going on with that. See if it's, if we're getting more officers in the streets or not. We did have a case where an officer did pass away. I think I mentioned it in my last live stream of for COVID-19 update. He passed away. He was the first police officer to pass away from the virus. He was a detective. So again, my condolences for the family of police detective Dixon, I believe his name was. He passed away. I you know my condolences to the family if you're watching or not. We also had cases where a lot of nurses here are now getting sick. So this is for real, guys. It's, the nurses and the doctors are they're really hanging in there too. I want to give them a big shout out, because they're really risking it all to help others, to help us, to help people like us to, recover from this. And they're not protected from this virus. They are exposed to this virus, and they're going home to their families with it, or going home alone, and worried that they might have it. And some cases I'm hearing that there are some nurses that have it. We had one here, I think it was from Mount Sinai, a male nurse who died. um and I feel terrible, like he's one of the first nurses passed away, and there's more, possibly even more, that are infected with the coronavirus. And you know um It's going crazy, man. It's getting out of hand. Here they're talking about that we reached the apex of the outbreak. So, and it's just staying up there right now. Um, we do have people. Our governor Cuomo came out and gave us an update about people recovering. I believe it was like 800 or so. If I'm not correct on that, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, if I remember, it was like 800 or so more that recovered, but there's still more coming in with being tested positive with coronavirus and being hospitalized. Um, he's our state is still going through the fact that our governor is trying to get more ventilators. Um, and it occurred to me too when he talks about ventilators. Not a lot of people know what ventilators are. Even when I was at work, like my coworkers never knew what they looked like, or what they were, and I had to really show them a picture, or actually I described what it looks. It's just a machine with a bunch of tubes. It's basically a respirator machine we could feed on for one person, and if optional, if you had to, you could use it to to provide oxygen for two people. Um, but they kind of wanted to see like, oh, what does it look like? It's like I said, it's a machine that pumps oxygen that helps you know people breathe. Um, and I showed them the machine. They were like, "Whoa, that looks expensive," and they are expensive. They're really expensive. If you go online, check how much a respirator is. You're gonna be like, "Holy crap, damn!" All right, so it's getting a little darker because now the sun is kind of like setting now. So let me just turn the light back on, guys. I'm sorry. Um, I know I'm rambling. I don't mean to, but this is just my way of updating everybody what's going on. Calling out my what is on the ball. Trump says your governor is asking for more than what he needs. He doesn't say because he just wants to hold it in because he needs it. Well, here's the thing. We're supposed to have a stockpile. We don't have very much. We have very little bit of a stockpile. We need more because we're getting more cases. Um, you know, um, People are coming in sick. They're getting tested positive, and now it's just more and more respirators are being used, and it's like we don't have enough. And some respirators are being used for two people, which is possible, but it's not I'm hearing it's not recommended, but it's possible to do it. It's just it's still not efficient enough because you still need more respirators for individuals for unless you have to, because as of right now, what I'm hearing reports in certain hospitals, they're using a respirator for two people on one respirator, which is not really recommended, like they said, but it's still possible to do. It's just now you're feeding more oxygen to one machine for two people when it's designed for one person, enough for one person to use. So it's yeah, man, we're not the only state. Jersey's doing it. Pretty soon Connecticut is also asking for it. I mean, he's basically our president's basically want us to compete. They're saying, "Oh, we're competing with New Jersey and Connecticut." He wants from the looks of things, if you just like look and watch the news media and see like how the president's talking and how your governors or these governors are saying like, look, he wants us to compete for it. That's what it is, and we shouldn't be competing. We should be helping each other out, which I believe, yes, we should be. New Jersey, Connecticut, New York should be helping one another out, so that way it doesn't affect other states after us. Because it's gonna come. It's like our governor says. It may not, help us today to help you for tomorrow. Because it will come tomorrow. So other states have to look at the three of the tri-state area and say, well, we gotta learn from these guys and help other states out too. Our president, of course, he's saying, oh, I sent him enough. We haven't seen them yet. Yes, he sent out the Comfort for non-COVID patients, because we have to now siphon people who don't have COVID-19, who don't have coronavirus, people who are just coming in with injuries and chronic illnesses. We have to send them to a boat. People in the city, send them to a boat, send them to the USS Comfort. Um, then we have the hospitals in Jacob Javits Center where there's people who are still, overwhelmed. Hospitals are now transferring people or telling people go to Jacob Javits Center, that there's another hospital there for COVID-19 patients because there's not enough room, and there are not enough hospital beds. Is We were totally unprepared for this. Let's put it this way. In my opinion, we were totally unprepared for this. Now they're saying that the president was informed about a week or so more, 9 days ago or something like that, that he was informed about COVID-19, about coronavirus, how it may come to the States, and we have to be prepared. And he totally dismissed it, which that's wow. Like it's kind of like when they were talking about how George W. Bush or Washington knew about 9/11 was going to happen, but they never did anything about it. You know, or when it's kind of like when what was that other issue that we had? Shoot, I forgot the other incident. But yeah, anyways, it's like that. I mean, he knew it was gonna happen. He knew it was coming here, but he ignored it. He didn't think that it was gonna happen. You see, you can't take things like that for granted. If you hear an epidemic happen or a pandemic happen to one country across the waters, you have to understand that, hey, we have airports, we have people coming in from that country who work or travel there. It can spread. The virus can spread. It could definitely spread. And how? Traveling through airports, airplanes coming in from that country that's infected. You have now infected people who don't know they're infected. And now look what happened. Because New York City is actually, our airports are actually central to to go to other countries like South Asia, European countries, and like Japan and Korea and all that. We go here in New York is like kind of, we're now the epicenter. Now we become the epicenter because our president refused to believe that it was going to happen. Um, it's really sad. It's sad, and we should have been totally prepared for this. He should have taken it seriously, not lightly. Um, I mean, and now he's asking, okay, what's the worst? What happens when it becomes worse? It's happening now. It has gone worse. It's happening now. And that's what bothered me when I saw that he asked that question. When I was watching, I was like, you got to be kidding me. He's asking what happens if we're not prepared? It's happening. It just happened. We're not prepared. And that's what bothers me. It bothers me a lot, and I don't know, guys. But like I said, we all have to, help one another out. Stay in constant communication. Practice safe and social distancing. Make sure, yeah, it's bad now, but in a couple of few weeks, it will be rough. Yes, I agree. I totally agree. I agree, Lawnmower. It is, and we have a man in the White House who doesn't really take it seriously. He wants us to believe he's taking it seriously. He's not, and it's just sad. I mean, think about it. Look compare that to the events of like the Ebola, when Ebola came here to the States. You know how when Obama was president and Ebola was, running rampant, and it came here, but it was contained. Obama actually took measures to contain the virus. We had a, a couple of, well, I think it was a couple of victims here in New York City who had it, but they were quarantined. We took care of it right away. We were prepared. We became prepared. After hearing it overseas, we had to be prepared. Obama took measures and had his team. He had everything he needed to fight this disease, and it was contained. I think it was like 2 or 3, maybe a few more that had it here in New York, and they contained them, and in other states as well. They were contained, and that was it. Like, it didn't spread because he took measures. He took preventative measures. We were prepared. He prepared this country for the worst. That is how it should be done. You know, this is just a lesson now. And I hope, listen, like I said, I don't like to get too political and everything about it. I know it sounds like I'm getting political, but this is serious. I hope those of you who are supporters of Donald Trump and or Republican Party, take this to note that our president has just did not prepare us. I mean, you have to compare it to the issue with the Obama administration and how he was prepared for the Ebola virus to what we're going through today. He did not take this seriously. He thinks he wants us to think that he's serious about it. He's not. Yeah, Teal's laughing right now. I mean, you got to look at it. You know, you got to really listen carefully and see what's going on. I mean, our president now is he was, like I said, he didn't take it seriously. We were unprepared, and look what happened. We're in a pandemic. We're all people who lost jobs and staying home. You know, there's more and more people coming in who are infected. It's nuts, and this is why now we're going through what we're going through now, and we shouldn't have. If we were more prepared, we would have never been going through this. We would never been gone through this if he would have taken it seriously. Well, yeah, calling him a xenophobe, racist, and all the lazy call outs towards the end of January. Well, look, okay, I can see why he shut down the. I can see that. And Democrats, they can be wrong too. I'm not saying they're always right. They're wrong as well. They've done things that they're wrong at. They said things that aren't right. And for them to say that to Trump, yeah, but he had. Look, I would agree on that part. Shut down flights that are going to Asia, to Europe, anywhere. I mean, shut it down completely. Yes, I have to agree in order to stop the spread of the virus. Um, but then him saying he's not taking it seriously, but then still have it going on. I mean, Democrats were wrong for condemning him in that sense, because I would have to agree that, yeah, shut down the flights to Asia. It's not because he's being racist, because it's just the way he was saying the virus, the Chinese virus, that was racist. Oh, because it came from China. Listen, a lot of these diseases come from China. Ebola came from what, Africa, and you don't hear our previous president before him saying, "Oh, it's the African virus." Oh, no, it is what it's called, Ebola. It's or malaria or freaking E. coli. We call E. coli because we have it here in the States as well, and all over the country. We don't. He's the only person who's calling it the Chinese virus. Why would you call it that? Then he changes to his rhetoric and he changes it to an Asian virus. Like, dude, you're still a Asian American virus. Why would you call it from Chinese virus to Asian American? Now you're insulting Asian Americans. That's the reason why they're calling it racist or shutting down the flights. Shutting down the flights is a precaution. Yeah, you don't want the disease to come here. That I can agree on. But if you're gonna call it that, yeah, you're gonna be calling it. It's gonna be called being racist. Rather than this country continually tearing itself apart over what's said and done, we should unite and figure out how to handle China, because they're the ones who withheld information on the virus. Correct, they did. As back as November, December, they did held it back. I agree on that. They are also currently false reporting the amounts of deaths they have. Yep, I've seen those videos when citizens in China have posted videos about, that their government's hiding the truth, they're hiding death tolls, they're hiding how this happened. They don't want people or the world to know what's really going on, how bad it is. I've seen those videos. There was a video I saw a mother who was trying to get her daughter who has leukemia to get treated by a doctor in one of the major cities in China, and they wouldn't let her in until hours later. When she begged them, they didn't want her or her daughter in, but she begged them to, like, take my daughter, please. I need her to get treated. She has leukemia. She cannot move. She cannot be in these conditions. She needs her medicine. She needs to be checked on. And soon enough, they let both of them in instead of just her daughter. They let both of them in. I mean, and I can understand why they don't want to. They didn't want to spread the virus, but I mean, you can't leave people who have chronic illnesses, leave them be and isolated. I mean, see, that's the stuff they don't show. Those are the things that they don't show what's happening in China, because their government doesn't want the world to know. But when you see it, it's like, damn, that's messed up. And I can see why, i- things are the way they are now. And it's been going on for years, actually. Things like that have been going on for years, especially with China and communist countries and stuff. And when they ask for our help, it's like, or if they don't, and it continues, their own citizens will ask for help from other countries, like, "Oh, help us," or "We need help. We need this. We need that." Our government's not doing anything about it. It's sad. It's really sad. They're also currently false reporting amounts of this. Oh, we read that Ebola was named after the location it was identified in. Well, there you go. You don't, yeah. If location was identified, you don't call it the African or South Asian or European virus. It is what it's called. We call it coronavirus or COVID-19. We call it that. We don't call it Chinese virus, even if it's from China. Like, we are aware it's from China. It has a name. It has a different name. For you to say, "Oh, it's a Chinese virus. Oh, I'm going to switch it to an Asian American virus." I'm like, dude, it didn't come from Asian. What the hell are you talking about? Why? The Chinese government withheld news about the virus so they can stockpile the medical supplies. Of course they did. Of course. Why would they? All throughout December, they brought up the mask and equipment. Yeah. So when we heard of it, when we started hearing in the States, a lot of media saying that, "Oh, it's a hoax against Democrats." What does it have to do with Democrats? It's heard of overseas. People are starting to slowly siphon information to us across the seas, to other countries, and tell them, "Hey, look, this is happening. You're gonna need to be prepared." And if you watch like the news media, they're saying that, "Oh, it's a hoax." Democrats are saying that to scare the president to drop his numbers and, oh, this and that. Like, no, because it's facts. It's just they're trying to tell us to be prepared. That's why our president didn't take it so seriously. I don't know. The Chinese government was telling news about the virus so they can talk about. Okay, all throughout December, yeah, they bought up all the masking equipment. Yeah, that's messed up. Totally messed up. And now look where we're getting our equipment from. China. They're ordering respirators. Where? China. China's making the respirators, and they're being shipped over here, which is crazy. The masks, not the respirators, the masks. Well, yeah, respirators. Masks are being made in China because Governor Cuomo can't, for some reason, he can't get the federal government to give us the masks or the respirators, so he has to. It's ridiculous, bro. It's the stuff that's going on, like, and all because Mister Mister I'm big. I don't need. I'm the president. Didn't want to take it seriously, and we became unprepared for the situation. The point is, while China was keeping this all hush hush through the summer and January, we have continuous fights going and coming, and we're kept in the dark because of them. Yeah, we're distracted. We were distracted. By the time we got the news of it, it was already too late. Of course, I started hearing about it. Yeah, around December. It was very little coverage about it in December. But when I heard about it, I'm thinking like, "Whoa, this is serious." I started thinking to myself, "Yo, if it's killing that many people, yeah, I thought right away it's gonna spread. What if it comes here?" And dude, it's a very not too many people thought about that. I'm guessing maybe a couple of thousand, couple 100,000, maybe a little more knew, heard about it and thought, say, "Whoa, what if it comes here? What if we're not prepared?" And then finding out just recently that the president knew about it back then in December and January, and he didn't take it seriously. We are because he was busy fighting with other politicians about his polls, and he wanted a distraction. We got all distracted with other things that we didn't see what was really important. We didn't see how serious this was. So here we are now. It doesn't matter who was president. No one can do anything about it. That's true. I agree, Teal Vision. Gearhead! Welcome, Gearhead. Welcome to the channel. The first major action Trump did was close the flights between both countries, and he was called so many bad things for it because people don't know how to prioritize. That's true. Listen, I agree what he did. I agree that he shut down because it was getting real, man. It was getting serious. I agree. I never judged him for that. But the only thing I judged him was that he kept calling it a Chinese virus, which was kind of fucked up. Excuse my language. Sorry. Um, it pull away from their hatred over one man. Yeah, they were too busy about being racist at that point because of that. You're right. You are an example of it. It doesn't matter what he calls the virus. I mean, that's yeah, it doesn't matter, but it's still kind of racist. I mean, we still have Asian people living here in the States. That was messed up. But no, I can understand. I can understand. Yeah, I may be one of them, but I can still understand why. Oh, wait, this thing. Ugh, that's nasty. Um, wait, what did I miss there? Wait, I missed something because this thing was going pretty fast. Hold on. Call it. Hold on, stop. Okay, it's not that. It's not pull away from hatred over one man. Okay, look, I don't think you're understanding that. The thing is, I agreed on him shutting down the flights, and it wasn't because he was being racist. The thing was that the people started pointing out was that he kept calling it that, and you know, you got to call it what it is, not call it because of where it's from. We are, like I said, we are aware where it's from. We don't need to be called that to make it, because he's just when he says that, he sounds kind of dumb. Like he's not really that educated about the virus, you know. But he doesn't gonna current Chinese American citizens for the virus. Yeah, and look what happened too. Either way, we had people start hating Asian people, which was ridiculous. I think that was stupid. People report saying people were being racist against Asians and has nothing to do with the people living here. It was dumb. I mean, I don't know how people thought like that. Like, why would you fight and then not eat at restaurants and stuff? It got worse after that. He was it. I don't see what the problem is with him calling it a Chinese virus. It did come from China, but you wouldn't call Ebola the African virus, right? I mean, I'm just trying to bring out a point there because it just makes it not sound more racist. We get that it's from there. That's what I'm trying to say. No one here does that. It's like me calling in a video game a monkey with no racist tension, but someone calls the alphabet racist. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, like I said, I agreed with him shutting down the flights because yeah, it was becoming serious. A lot of people thought, yeah, because he did that, it was racist. Oh, you don't want people coming overseas from the. No, it was out of safety. It was just for health reasons because that virus was spreading like wildfire there. Oh, how do I do this? Hold on. Oh, it's not letting me. No, it's not me. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Something happened. What happened? I lost the chat thing. I can't see any of you guys. Oh, because it was on pop out chat. Hold on, let me put this back the way it was. No! Ah, crud. No, 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 no. Go back. Go back. Restore chat. There we go. Okay, there. Back. Now I can see you guys. I lost it for a second. I just no. I wait. What? Oh, okay. You can reset it anytime. All right. So yeah. Sorry, I got too deep onto it. So yeah, man. It's crazy what we're all going through right now. Why is this thing so bright? Let me see. If I do this, would this make a difference? No, because that's kind of blocking half the screen. Okay, now that doesn't make a difference at all. I have to set that. It's very crazy times right now. We all have to do what we can to protect ourselves and each other, regardless of how we feel about the president. That's true too. That is true. But people have their opinions. I have mine. You have yours. It's just add gearhead. Gearhead, have you been on my channel? I think you have been here before. I know that name from somewhere. Oops. No, 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 no. Okay. No, I don't want to delete it. There we go. Yes, sir. All right. So, in any case, let's go back to. Holy crap! This thing has been going long. We've been going long with this. Um, I'm trying to. Gosh, I lost the chat screen again. Crap. Restore. Why is it not restoring? I can't see what you guys are saying. Restore. Pop out. No, not pop out chat. I don't want too many windows on my screen. It slows things down. Time for some pew pew. There we go. I got it back. Bro, you should go make your dinner. Time for some pew pew. Bro, what are you referring to? You referring to Battlefield 1 or you want to or Apex Legends? What are you referring to? Or are you referring to Battlefront? Because usually pew pew means Battlefront because I've heard that a lot from guys. Game. Yeah, but which one? Which one? I'll probably meet you later, dude. I'll probably meet you later on. Um, yeah, because I have to go make the. Well, my steaks are still defrosting. I don't think they're 100% done yet. They're in a stink defrosting right now, which is irrelevant. Just game. Oh, yeah, because usually some people I play with on Battlefront they do that. They go send me a message, hey, let's play some pew pew, and I'm like, all right, let's play some Battlefront, and that's I normally just see that. I'm sorry to you know. Probably say anything that goes pew pew. I didn't know that, bro. I just, I have friends I play with Battlefront 2 on, and they say that. Let's play some pew pew. And I'll go on and play that. That's sorry, I'm just used to seeing that. My bad. My bad. Don't hurt me. Leave me alone. Anywho, what you been doing all day today, by the way, Teal? What you been doing today? Did you have some clients today that you did some troubleshooting today? What'd you do today, bro? You can say what you did today, man. Don't worry. By the way, you are considered a trade as well. What you do, you're considered a trade. So you don't feel left out in this community. You're not left out. What did you do today? Oh, this chair. I swear I gotta get rid of this chair soon. It's like a little rocking chair. I know you were asking before, what kind of chair do you use? Because you always think your lower back. It does. I mean, right now I'm sitting on a pillow because there's no actual. The chair doesn't have really that great of a cushioning to it, and it rocks. It's stationary and it rocks. So you see, it rocks back and forth. So if I sit and play like this, it's okay. But it depends on how long I'm sitting down. So whenever I sit down for so long, it starts to bother my lower back. Show us your chair right now. Show us your chair right now. Let me see. Well, I can show you the chair. Let me hold on. Yeah, I got this chair actually. St. John's University was giving out all the students furniture, and this was one of them. So I figured I'd take it. Hold on, let me just take some of this stuff off that makes me feel a little comfortable. Here. No, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there it is. Yeah, this is the chair that I sit on. It rocks back and forth, and it's stationary too, so it sits like that, and it has a little slight rocker to it. So yeah, that's my chair. That's my chair. So, and I have to put a pillow so I can sit on it because this thing's flat. Look, the cushioning's flattened out big time. Oh no! I dropped my remote. No, I cannot break this remote. That's for my DVR. Okay, now bring it up or bring the cam down. I brought the cam down. I already did that for you, buddy. So yeah, that's the chair I'm sitting on right now. Now it's good if I'm doing live streams. It doesn't I can sit up straight, fine. But if I or if I sit up straight for too long, because that's why I alternate between, so my lower back doesn't start to feel as bad. But I mean, what I could do is I can make my bed, and my bed's a futon, to let you guys know. And usually it's more comfortable if I put it in a futon position. and I won't have any back problems. It's just way more comfortable, but it's just a pain in the butt to reposition it into a bed or position it into a couch, and it actually requires two people for this futon to do that, and it's all wood and everything. So I'm trying to avoid not breaking the structure of it, but it requires two people to adjust it, and it's harder for one person to do it. So I try not to do that as much. I'm probably gonna do that maybe later on, actually, just change my futon into a couch and just sleep on it like that. It's actually a little more comfortable if it's in the couch position too. But if my fiance's here, I have to put it as a bed, and she doesn't. Sometimes she doesn't like it if I have it on a couch in the couch mode, and I'm playing games. So she's like, "Oh, I want to lay in bed. I don't want to sit down." I'm like, all right, whatever. So I got no choice, and I have to sit on this thing. Yeah, full back support. Your current chair is no good. It is no good. It's only good for this. It's not good for gaming. It's not good for gaming. Um, so yeah, I need I was originally gonna get a roll, a regular desk chair with rollers, and it was on Amazon for like 40 bucks. They had it for, and it had the arch support piece that goes with the chair, which is pretty cool because I had a I have a project manager who has one in our shanty, and he has it by his computer desk, and he has a chair, an office chair. It's real comfortable, and it's got the arch support. And when I lay on it, it's like, dude, this thing's amazing. I sit on this for like more than an hour, and it will not hurt my back. And I was sitting on it during lunch, and I was like, "Wow, this thing is awesome! I gotta get me one of these." But yeah, it's kind of expensive now. They don't sell it on Amazon anymore for that price, so I missed out on that. I should have gotten it, but the I don't know. I mean, I have very little space, here to have a rolling chair, and it might take up a little more room rather than having this little guy takes less room, but I'm still considering grabbing that chair. Your current chair is no good. Yeah, we know. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting that chair that my project manager has because that thing is awesome, and it's probably good for gaming as well. It's kind of similar to the one you used to have. I think you still have it. The desk chair, that rolling black desk chair you used to have and play games on. It's similar to that, but it has the actual it's got the actual piece that you just place it on the chair for your back, your lower back, and it's amazing. It's really good. So yeah. But I'm gonna probably switch my bed into a couch, so that way I can just play better. I'm more comfortable. You should prioritize your back and body posture over where you can fit one extra chair. Yes, yes, I am. I have to, especially for a giant like yourself. Why? Why you have to bring that up? Oh god, I am aware I'm a tall person. I'm not that tall, but I'm tall. Um, yeah, I used to slouch a lot. I don't know if you remember, and back in high school, I used to slouch a lot. I don't think you do remember. Maybe you do, but I used to slouch a lot, a little bit. And at one point, I think in my junior or my sophomore year, I had to start. I started sitting up straight, and it hell shit. It did a lot more than I would have. 7 foot two. No, I'm about 6 feet, bro. 6 foot tall. That's my license says 5'11", but need to change that because it's been 5'11" since I'm since that was put in when I got my driver's license. My original information was transfer my state ID to my driver's license. So the height is wrong on my driver's license. Actually 6 feet, and they somehow I didn't get a chance to update all my information completely, so everything is like on default. I like to say. The only thing that actually was upgraded on my current license was just my photo. That's about it. My original photo was my state ID photo from when I was 16, and I had that till I was 30 when I was 31, and then that's when I decided to change the photo because I was like, I don't look like that anymore. I don't look like I'm 16 anymore. Uh, so yeah, I never. It took me that long to change my picture ID, but I didn't change everything else. I didn't. I mean, I did put it on the application that I was 6 feet, but they kept it at 5'11". I don't know why that was. Maybe an error. I don't know. He's so tall you can fall into his shoe and never be again. I'm of the age that I may be getting shorter. Yeah, you're quiet now, buddy. So yeah, interesting that we had this conversation, guys. I really, I enjoyed the chat. Lawnmower message retracted. But thanks for joining for this update. I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna actually make dinner. So that well, that steak should be defrosted by about now, but I gotta go check on it. Hope everybody's safe. Everybody's practicing social distancing. And if you have to go out, wear masks, wear gloves, shop, but keep in mind your social distancing measures, and stay healthy. And keep communication with one another, family members, friends. However you can, keep yourself busy. Um, whatever you see on the news, yeah, it's happening, but try not to watch too much social media. Um, I try not to watch it too much, but it just happens to show up either if I'm on YouTube or I'm just watching regular TV. They get those updates now, and those breaking news type stuff that just pops up randomly. So, but anyways, yeah, keep your make sure if you're living with family, play some board games, make some activities, create your own games, keep yourself busy, keep positive, keep up straight, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. So take care, everybody. Stay safe out there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, everybody.